My name is Greg Lavelle. I represent the 11th Representative District, and it's northern Newcastle County. The line goes from DuPont Country Club up into Claymont. When I got out of college and bought my first home and was really in a community and see what the needs are, from fixing streets to dealing with kids who maybe sort of run on the streets, that really stepped up my involvement. And then really the more you got involved, the more you get involved. I've been on the board of Girls Incorporated of Delaware. I was on the board for 7 years. I was president for 2 years. I was on the board of Westside Health, which is a federal qualified community health center in Wilmington. Actually, it has 4 locations across the state now. So it's just a great organization. There's lots of issues that inspire me, but and some of them are sort of corny political things at this point, meaningful. But I have a son who's disabled and fairly significantly disabled. He's 11 years old. He's very limited verbally. He's needs help with lots of different things. And so to see him and to see particularly the way my daughter interacts with him is inspiring to me. And then as a result of some of his disabilities, it just puts us, by definition, in contact with other families, many of whom have much more severe challenges that we face. Over the years, he spent a lot of time at AI DuPont Hospital for Children, and you go and you see the cancer patients, and you say, well, geez, my problems are de minimis compared to what some of these families go through and the challenges that they have. And you see, the families at Ronald McDonald House, and you feel blessed to live so close to such a great facility that actually saved my son's life, quite frankly. And so that's inspiring to me. I'm not afraid of partisan politics. Our country is built on differing ideas and differing challenges. And really when the concern to me would be is when you don't have positive partisanship, because you look at countries that do not have partisan politics and they're run by dictators and tyrants. And you lose your life and your liberty and your property when you speak out against the government. So as the minority leader in the House of Representatives here in Delaware, it's my responsibility to compliment the governor when he deserves to be complimented, and to raise issues when that should be done, and to talk about ethics and corruption and those types of things, and to do it proudly and vocally. And to the credit for the governor and others, they recognize that. We all have positive roles to play. Now, the partisanship, when it gets petty or paralyzing, is certainly a problem, and perhaps we see that in Washington at a level we certainly I don't experience here in Delaware. But we shouldn't, in a democracy, be afraid of politicians, because we need politicians in a democracy, and we shouldn't be afraid and condemn just for the sake of condemnation partisanship, because it makes the product better. Well, I certainly appreciate the frustration and the sit-ins and sort of the Occupy movement, maybe sort of what you're getting at, and that frustration with economic stagnation or reduced economic opportunity, which is probably the legitimate voice behind the Occupy movement. I think the system is what it is, and we can fix it or tweak it or change it. But my concern sometimes is when you hear, we have to change the system. Well, into what? Now, you may want a better economy. You certainly want better schools, better opportunities, and all those types of things. But, I think the system, with all its faults and problems, at the end of the day, is a system that will allow that to happen because of the engagement that people should get involved with. Well, two secrets that I've always kept tight to the vest is I was and am a huge Grateful Dead fan. I've probably been to, before they stopped touring, or at least as the Grateful Dead in the mid-90s, about 80 or 90 shows. My favorite TV show is The Simpsons. So actually, much to my wife's consternation, watch it with my daughter on a regular basis, and now she's 13, but it's a great show, a lot of fun. So it brings in culture and politics and stereotypes, good, bad, and ugly. So it's a fantastic show, a lot of fun.